really don't want to be in that one. So this is a bigger match than normal, I think.
If you're using century breaks made as a barometer, then you'll make Jan Bingtao favourite. He's made 6 centuries in this group. Martin Gould, just the one.
Yeah, I think a few of them have been big total clearances as well, haven't they? It's been sort of first ball hundreds. They're a lot more impressive.
Yeah, 2 138s and a 128.
So he's got a chance of this red, but he's going to have to screw into the reds or hope for a bit of luck, I think. Oh, and he's got a cannon and gone up the table. That's lovely, that is.
1.
That's when things are going for you. Another day, you cannon that 4 ball and you snookered. To be fair to him, he probably half played that, but you're never quite sure how it's going to fall when it's landed absolutely perfect.
Three.
You saw Jan come down here early on, just before he played that, to see what happens if the black goes on the spot. He doesn't want to pot the black and tie reds up, so he might play on the 2 reds that are right at the black spot now. No. Just going to keep chipping away. Just got to get, if he can move those reds out of the way, he'd be well away, so we'll see how he goes about this.
All commentators try and fathom out what Jan is trying to do, and quite often, unusually, they make the wrong call because he really does things his own personal way. He's unconventional in many respects. His cue action most certainly isn't. Work ethic, definitely not. But the way he goes about building breaks sometimes doesn't follow the playbook, and on occasions, because of that, he gets caught out.
17.
Now, he does have the red to middle, but it's horrible cueing, Michael.
Yeah, it was. He's played on the red into this corner, the right-hand corner, but he's just stuck on the red, so he's got to just drop this in and then cross the next bridge when he gets to it. Just make sure it's his shot next.
18.
This looks perfect. I just kept going and going and going. That looks so good. Halfway there, he'd have been thinking, oh, I'm absolutely perfect here, but these tables have just kept going and going and going. They're like lightning.
Yeah, the other thing I thought there was, as the white was coming back up the table, I was convinced it was going to make some kind of contact with the black, and it didn't. Don't know whether it just tapered off.
it just looks so perfect, but now he's in no man's land, so you'll be a bit disappointed really, because he was in a quite a good position to score more, and the way he's been scoring today, he'd expected to clear the table, I think.
Bingtao.
No, he's just got to be careful we don't knock a red over the pocket here. That's what he'd be looking at. Just get a good white. I didn't see that. Didn't know that was on, but it was the right shot. I didn't realise that was on.
Really good attempt. At least he's got an effective cue ball. Not so Gould, who caught that one far too thick.
No, he's left a good chance for a red, so I mean, he could try and play on the black, or he could probably just get the white in the middle of the table, play for a bit of check side and get on the blue, or maybe pink. He's played on the black, but that was always a bit risky there.
One.
I feel like he probably could have got his white up the table and then. But now he's going to play safe again.
Bingtao 1.
There might be a shot to nothing on here. I think that's what Martin's looking. He can go for this red, find that gap, try and get a bit of safety. Martin's really good at these. Oh, not today. Usually he is anyway.
So a third chance for a player who so far today has been needing, in a lot of frames, just a single chance.
One.
He certainly holds sway when it comes to their head-to-head series, Bingtao. He leads Martin Gould 5-1, and many of their encounters have been important late on in tournament meetings. Gould's solitary victory so far. 5-4 in the quarter-final of the European Masters in 2020, an event he went on to reach the final. More recently,
15.
Jan beat Gould 10-6 in the first round of last year's World Championship, making a couple of centuries. And even more recently than that, just a month ago,
60.
He beat Gould 4-0 in the last 16 of the World Grand Prix. When they met in the group phase here today, it was an academic match in the sense that they both knew they qualified for the playoffs.
20.
Nevertheless, Jan played superbly, breaks of 77 and 138 to win 3-0. So everything suggests that Martin Gould is up against it.
$29. Yep. Thank you. $30.
So I think the red on the right goes. He's just having a look there. Because if he don't go, he's got a good angle to try and develop some. But I think it goes, so I think he just play on it. Yeah, no need to take the risk.
$33. $34.
Well, last night he was 2-0 up on Matt Seltwer's Jan Bingtao. Lost his concentration. Was beaten 3-2. Apart from that, he's been superb.
42.
And the form, it appears, is carrying on into the match that matters most.
Yeah, every time I watch him, he just seems to become more self-assured, more confident in himself, believing in what he's doing. Even when it goes wrong, he's just still fully behind what he's trying to do, not doubting himself. Again, we don't know what's going
48.
on between his ears, but it just comes across like that. And I think that with the way he's playing, he must be feeling good.
He's got a very busy spell coming up. He is playing in the shootout. He's drawn Mark Joyce in the first round.
53.
And he's also qualified for the German Masters and the European Masters.
54.
Actually, in the first round of the German Masters over in Berlin, he plays Dave Gilbert. That's a cracking contest in the last 32.
60. 61. Thank you. 67. 69.
I always feel like I've got to get these balls potted when I'm in this position, because I feel like everybody's waiting for the frame to finish. But Jan just keeps on plodding on, potting the balls, not a care in the world, not interested in anything else, but just potting the balls in front of him. Completely focused on what he's doing.
Yeah, he's very much his own man. Does things his way. He's discovered that that's an effective way of going about things. Very effective.
81.
Yeah, and it takes a certain character to be able to just believe in yourself and do what you want to do. You know, some people would probably look around and, oh, I've got to do it like this and that, but he just says, this is my way, and I'm going to play like that, and it's super effective.
94.
Not quite another century, but Yan Bingtao's rich vein of form continues. A 94 clearance, and with that, he wins the first frame of the Group 6 final. We've seen a good start to this final. Not for Martin Gould, who spent a lot of time sitting in his chair, but Yan Bingtao able to consolidate on some excellence from earlier matches.
Second frame. Yan Bingtao to break.
Yan trying to become the third Chinese player into the winners group of this year's Bedvictor Championship League, after Liang Wenbo and Zhao Xintong.
This is a red that will suit Martin Gould's eye. I hope he does better than the last time I backed him to pot it. Yep.
One.
So now he's got a good chance. Bit of a counter. Try and put that one last frame behind him. Two reds above the black. He's had a quick look at them. Need to get on them soon. That's a good shot. He's got a chance to pop both of them, I think. Maybe take the top one. No, I think the bottom one goes, so...
Fine.
There's a little bit low on that red. I don't know whether he's played that to be able to
12.
screw into the reds. Maybe develop them. I think he's just running through, so he's going to have to move the reds at some point.
13.
They're not a bad pack to go into from the blue. So we'll see if the red goes in the middle. But he's running out of red, so he needs to get a good angle soon.
One.
So he's probably going to him now. He's going to maybe err on the left hand side as we look at it for the pink, so that he can't run away. That's what he's done, look. He's played that really well, and he's been absolutely cursed. He's played that really well, he's just been unlucky, I think.
26.
Well, the only positive about that is that at least he's got a red to play for next. Can you imagine if he's got a colour to play for. That's an impossibility. And in the end, he did have a red on anyway.
27.
Yeah, that is a funny position. I thought he had a nightmare there, but he's not too bad as it happens. It was bad luck, then good luck. But he's still, he's not. He might have to play a cannon here. Maybe not the bread over the hole. He's played a good shot there. He's played the cannon to run through and get the table out in the middle of the table. So he played that really well.
34. Thirty-five.
He's a bit high on the blue here, so he's got to be careful he don't get a cannon unless he wants to go into him. That's what he's done, but he slid off him. He had to get the right cannon there. He's not got it, but I don't think he's on one now.
40.
What a great recovery that was. Knew the ball was in the pocket almost immediately. And look at the angle on the blue. As far as countering what Jan did in the first frame, this is top notch.
46.
Yes, good response. Could have wilted, but especially after the way he missed the red, that long red in the first frame, but he's knocked a good one in, and now he's
47.
got a great chance to win the frame. Been a bit lucky when he played the cannon off the blue and landed with the red in the top corner. That could have gone wrong, but he's
54.
He's got the chance of the red, and now he's in this position.
In an ideal world, would have liked to have liberated that red away from the pink entirely.
$62.
He just took stock there, checked the scoreline, and it makes favourable reading because if he pots the black, he's 70 ahead with 67 on. Can you believe it?
63.
It's funny how different players go about things. I just straight away, when he played on the red of on the side, I would have just straight away thought, just play the cannon on the four reds with that red weight in there if you don't land on one, and then it's all opens up. But he went a different way and just missed that black.
One.
I'll tell you what, I was saying that Gould wanted to free up the red and the pink. Now he's pleased he didn't free it up. Had he done so, everything would have been there.
Yeah, I think if Jan can get on the pink though, he can probably pot the pink and play on the red next. He puts the white where the two reds together, the one on the right, puts it somewhere there, he might be able to pot the pink and move it. he can, he won't see it as that much of a problem.
9.
I know, I might be playing the pink now though.
Yeah, when it comes to things like that, he's a waiter, isn't he?
16.
He's a natural waiter. He waits, pots what's there.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's so fascinating how the different players go about things. My philosophy is just, if I get a chance to try and get them open, I'll get them open. But he likes to pick them off. I've changed down the years. I used
7.
to try and pick them off more. But as the tables have just got so skiddy, I thought just get them open, you know. But both pros and cons to both.
$22.
So I was saying before, I don't think he can do it because I think he'd have played it by now, getting on that pink, stunning that red in there.
$23.
Well, if this goes right, obviously potting the black, but more essentially the positional aspect, if this goes right, 2-0 is beckoning.
Yeah, he's played on it, I think. Yeah, it might go. He's just skimmed it, and I think that's probably helped him. Now he's got a great chance.
30.
And the way he's been playing, I don't fancy him missing at all.
$31.
What a crippling blow this would be for that man, Martin Gould. Remember, made 63, missed frame ball black. He's only 21, Jan. 22 next month.
38.
But he knows full well that these frames almost count double.
$40. $43.
But even though he's had a few puzzles to solve in this break, he's just same pace, walking around the table, plodding it round to the next ball, gets down, a couple of prods and knocks it in. It's just brilliant, really.
47.
Easy to get excited when you're playing snooker, and a chance like this shows itself. But he restrains himself.
That's what the best of the best can do. They don't get too excited, they don't get too down. They're like psychopaths, they not feel anything, they're just playing the game. And obviously Jan's got that quality, it's amazing.
Yeah, he's cut from a terrific cloth. Here, of course, a little more complex to get on the pink than normal, with it being off the spot.
52.
Martin Gould has that sinking feeling. What a
58.
clearance this is going to be.
$65. Correct.
Martin Gould missed the black, and now he's in a black mood because winning the frame on the black with a 65 clearance. What a rearguard action that was. Yan Bingtao, we thought it was going to be all locked up at one frame each. In actuality, Yan leads 2-0. We are deep into the playoffs of Group 6 in the BetVictor Championship League. This is what we've seen so far in the knockout phase of the group. Yan Bingtao winning 3-0 against Kyron Wilson. Could not have been more impressed with the way he dispatched the defending Championship League winner. As for Martin Gould, well, he came good in a decider against Ding Junhui. Ding had a really good chance in that decider. Very surprisingly, from short range, he overcut a black, and Gould eventually prevailed. But he's got his work cut out to prevail in this one. He's 2-0 down in a race to 3. Well, regardless of how well he's played all day, that kind of pot can always go astray. And when you take the risk, you have to take the consequences.
Just created a little problem for Martin. The red that he cannon's gone near the black, so he's got to think about moving that red that's near the black now if he's going to use the black. But he's got a few reds to pot first, so he'd have to rush down there.
Six. 7.
play down there now. I think he's just had a look. He doesn't have to. He's got a few options. That's pretty good, I think.
12.
If he lands low on this black, he can then go into the pack, screw off the pack, and land on the red that's out next to the black if he wants. No, he's push played on it.
$20. 21.
He's 2-0 down, but he didn't play too bad the last frame, really.
$28.
Always missed the red.
Martin Gould.
Just going to see he had a good angle to get on the black there, to get into the reds, but he's missed the red.
And to make matters worse, it was one of those that went down the side cushion and for a moment gave Gould a glimmer of hope that it might go in as a fluke, but it stayed over the pocket.
The red he's left, he can probably move a few reds with this, so... Oh, he's missed. He's cut, he's not a machine.
Absolutely not. That was really unexpected. I think he fell victim to the age-old stumbling block there of concentrating on position more than the pot.
Yeah, I think he played it with just a little bit of left-hand side. And that probably turned the red over. But he just missed. He's missed, so Gould's back at the table with a good chance now.
Now that looked clumsy. The reason he was overshooting on the red, he wanted to be on, because he caught it a little too thin, the yellow, even though it went in.
Yeah, you can't keep playing on the blue, but it's very easy to just go a bit too far, not far enough, and then you're fighting again for position, so you'll want to get down to the black when you can. And it's just a lot more easy to keep a tight white then.
Nine.
If you look at the best of the best, the white don't seem to travel very far. It's all close control around the black spot.
10.
But he's got an eye on the blue there. That's a really good shot.
$16. $23. 24. 31.
Martin Gould occupied 5th place in Group 5. That was his entry point to the tournament. So did just about enough to be involved in this one. Can he get the ultimate result?
39.
There's something about the Championship League and Martin Gould that agree with each other. He's done so well in this event in the past. As I said before, his name's engraved on the trophy twice, and he lost in the winners' group final on another occasion to Judd Trump.
47.
Only Trump, who's a 3-time winner of this event, has pulled up more trees in the tournament.
48.
Jan's missed a couple of balls in this frame, one of them at short range. And who knows, he might come to regret it.
Yeah, as well as he's playing, little shots like that can come and haunt you, especially in the shorter formats.
56.
You know, he's only Martin's only two away from winning at the end of the day, so he might not get another chance.
Yeah, good point. There's no feeling of security in a best of 5.
61. And the frame. Martin Gould.
A 61 break. Jan Bingtao, who's potted so many balls today, over the last 2 days, doesn't pot a single ball in that frame. Martin Gould keeps on fighting. Jan Bingtao leads only by 2 frames to 1. It's been a high-quality group, and, well, the final is living up to expectations. It really has been good stuff. If you're just joining us, it's a race to 3, best of 5. Jan Bingtao is in the driver's seat. He made a 94 break to win the first frame, looked like losing the second, but on a run of 63, Martin Gould missed frame ball black off its spot. It wasn't an absolute certainty, but it was one that you expected him to get. Anyway, Jan cleared up brilliantly with 65 to steal it on the black, but Gould's just made 61 to maybe initiate a fight back. first impression, it was a bold move and no real damage done.
Yeah, I'm not sure he played the cannon on the black, but with him missing it and then cannon in black, it's kept the white this side of the table. I don't think he's left anything easy. Or anything, I don't know. Then the red's gone over the middle as well, so to go just roll up the table's tough. He needs to snooker him on it if he's going to do that. So he's just played this roll up. This could be a bit of a stalemate. Might look at each other in a minute.
Yeah, we've already seen a re-rack, haven't we, in this group? I think we've seen 2. And this has got all the makings of another.
I don't know whether he's left a cut for this red in the middle here. We could come back behind the black and come safe if he misses it. And if he pots it, he's on the black. I think he's had a look at it. There is a red I think he can drop in the middle near the pink, but he's leaving an easy chance if he misses it. But yeah, this is what I mean. He could try and pot this. And it goes, yep.
1.
It really was a good pot into a very narrow target. That said, though, it should never have been left.
Yeah, he's a bit careless really from Martin to leave him that. It's a shot to nothing. It's no pressure on it. And the way Jan's playing, you don't want to take the pressure off him. I feel like Martin Pippa got a bit impatient, thinking we're not having a re-rack, and just had to play a shot.
Twelve.
Just languid around the table, purposeful, that even tempo. He's one of those players, Michael, that when he's in the balls and he's playing well,
20.
He's surrounded by an aura of inevitability. You know, far more often than not, he's going to make plenty. That's certainly been the case over the last couple of days. Although that one, you won't be happy with.
Yeah, I don't know whether he was trying to give himself an angle there. I was going to call when he's going to the pack, but I've made about 2 or 3 calls this match and he's made me look daft, so I was scared. But I don't know what he can play on now. He's pretty straight on the black. Maybe red in the middle. But even if he's unhappy, just that same walk around the table. What am I going to play next? Red in the middle, I think. He could play on the blue here and then got a good angle to go, try and go into the pack if he wants. Or the green.
You know, that's definitely a shot that fits his eye. He's potted several balls of that ilk to that same pocket already in this group. When I say several, it's because I don't know the exact number. It's that many.
Level.
Well, he's perfect to go into him, but I don't know whether he will. I'm not sure. I don't know what to think. He's going to play on the red, yeah. And then pot in this red, opens up another red. But he needs to go into him soon. But the blue's on the spot, so he can probably play up for the blue if he wants, but it's not a great pack to go in from the black.
$35.
You could play on the red low and skid off him up for the blue on the next red. That's another option.
$42.
It's definitely a recurring trait, his reluctance to go into the bunch until the last possible moment.
43.
Does it time and time again.
Yeah, he's got to hit this really well. He's got a perfect angle, to be fair. He's having a look there, what he wants to cannon. But you can easily skid off him if you don't quite hit him full. He's got one in the middle. I mean, it's perfect, but it could have gone wrong, I thought. But what do I know?
50. $51. $56.
Well, that little nudge could be the beginning of the end for Mr. Martin Gould.
$57.
But hold the back page. Made a complete hash of that.
63.
Now he's got a decision to make here. He'll really, if that red goes in the middle, which I think it does, the bottom one, he'll want to go for it so much because he knows it's virtually a match ball. So he'd have to have a fight with himself, do a temper medicine, put a ball safe, or he'll just go for it full-blooded.
Surely safety is the order of the day. Surely.
It's amazing how many players would just go for it though, because they just, oh, just get this in, that's it.
Yeah, Bingtao. 63.
He showed good composure there. Put him safe.
Yes, just took time to assess the situation for his disappointment to ease a little. So often you see that shot played where players are a little slapdash because they're still suffering from disappointment.
I think what might have made him go for it is because he couldn't put him in a lot of trouble. He couldn't put Martin in a lot of trouble. If it was a really simple safety shot, he would have played it, but he knew the shot he was playing. He was leaving a plant for Martin. Now obviously Martin's played a good safety shot, I think. I don't know if he can get that red, but a lot of times you can find yourself in that position where all of a sudden you're in trouble when you had a chance to a pot that you fancy getting to win the match. So it's a bit of a decision to make.
Well, first of all, he's got to make up his mind about what shot he wants to take on. Secondly, he's got to make up his mind about what shot is available. Oh, there was room past the yellow. And what a great shot to nothing to knock in.
Yeah, he's done that a couple of times today that I've watched him. Like, he got down, looked away as if it don't go, and then got down and knocked it in.
Yes, he did that in the early frames of this group. Knocked a red in, sweet as a nut, after looking as though he was mightily disappointed it wouldn't go, and that was at the black end of the table. Here, Martin Gould in all kinds of trouble. 64 behind in a really nasty snooker, knowing full well if he doesn't make contact with the reds, he will need a snooker himself.
In Jan's position, though, if Martin decides to do the hit and hope, you just close your eyes and hope you don't hear the ref go 1. Not today.
I'll tell you what, Michael, you're battle-scarred, aren't you?
Bingtao.
You are battle-scarred. I think that was a miscue. Sounded very, very tinny off the tip. And now Gould is 68 behind. If this red goes in, it's all over bar the shouting.
Yeah, I still feel second favourite when I'm in Jan's position there.
In it goes. You know, sometimes in these groups, and it's a fact of life in the Championship League, sometimes the overall best player in a group doesn't come out on top. But Jan Bingtao certainly has over the last couple of days here. He's been head and shoulders above anyone else.
8.
And still being circumspect.
8. Very much.
He had no need to be. Martin Gould concedes. Jan Bingtao is the winner.